Alright guys, so yeah, today I'm going to be doing a get unready with me video, first time ever doing it, and I'm really excited to be able to do this because for the longest I was very self-conscious about my skin, and you know, my skin is still not 100% where I want it to be, but it's done a complete 180 since 2 months ago or even a month ago. So I'm excited to share with you guys what has worked for me, and shout out to Curology for sponsoring today's video because without them, like, I wouldn't be able to do this. My skin wouldn't be clear, but I'll definitely get into their role in clearing up my skin a little later in the video. So yeah, let's hop right into it. Let me take my earrings and rings off and let's get down and dirty, okay? All right, first things first, let's get into makeup removal. I don't use wipes, makeup removing wipes, because a lot of them contain alcohol, which is very irritating for the skin. And when you're dealing with breakouts, we have sensitive skin, we have painful cystic acne, which is what I had, the worst thing you want to do is wipe your face, okay, with something so abrasive and something that might have alcohol in it. So that's a no-no. I used to use a cleansing balm, like an oil cleansing balm, to remove my makeup, but since I have lash extensions, I don't want to compromise the integrity of the glue, so I don't do that anymore. What I do use is my cellular water and some cotton rounds. The thing about my cellular water, it's really gentle on the skin, and to lessen the abrasiveness when it comes to like active breakouts and sensitive skin, it's like you really want to soak the pad, like, girl, soak it. And then get into removing makeup and everything. Yeah, I soaked it, it's dripping. But we have a floor mat, so we're good. And wherever you have like active breakouts, you want to just like pat. Don't swipe. Just pat around those areas. I also got my eyebrows microbladed, so I know somebody will be like, how you doing this routine with your eyebrows done? Keep repeating this step until I have majority of my makeup off. This is also gentle to use on the eyes. I really love it. Oh my god, look at my mouth. So anytime you're dealing with breakouts, acne, sensitive skin, or anything like that, you really want to keep it the simpler, the better. Because when you do the most, guess what? You're going to have the most acne. The most acne, the most irritation, the most everything. So you want to keep your routine really simple. And by simple, I mean cleanser, toner, treatment, moisturizer for nighttime. And of course, you want to make sure you're using sunscreen during the day. But resist the urge to, you know, incorporate so many different serums and acids and all that kind of stuff. Is probably causing more harm than good. And the thing is, you really, when you're dealing with breakouts, you want to reset your skin. You want to get it back to a normal pH balance. You probably have a moisture barrier that's disrupted, probably dealing with a lot of underlying issues. That's one, causing the acne, but also a result of the acne. So gentle is the goal, and less is definitely more. Get all up in the camera so y'all can see, okay? So you see this one right here? I did a video and this is still here. This has probably been here for like 2 weeks now. The type of acne that I get is very cystic, it's painful, it's deep underneath the skin, it never comes to a head. So I haven't popped this, I haven't did it. It's probably gonna leave a dark mark too. That's just, it's crazy. It's been here for 2 weeks, going on 3. It's getting smaller, but right now, since it's so dark, it's getting darker. So that's also the other side of acne, is that your acne is going to cause hyperpigmentation as well. I use a lot of these cotton pads, and I know there's a more sustainable way to use these micellar water. If you guys have any suggestions, definitely let your girl know, okay? I also take this time to clean my hairline because all the gel and edge control that you use on your hairline really cakes up, and sometimes you can break out right there as well. So I just clean off my hairline, get any buildup out of there. I try to do this every night, but sometimes I don't get around to it. Now it's time for cleanser. So CeraVe has really gentle cleansers, and I 100% recommend them for sensitive skin if you're battling with acne, or if you just want a gentle, effective face wash. Like, this is really all you need. You don't need any bells and whistles when it comes to cleanser. It just needs to do its job and do it well, okay? So for the summertime, I use the foaming facial cleanser. It's for normal to oily skin because I have combination skin. But in the colder months, I like to use the hydrating cleanser just because, you know, your skin is a lot drier during this time and you really want to hydrate it as much as possible. This is a nice creamy gel consistency. And this is also safe to use around the eye area as well, but because of my lash extensions, I'm not going to do that. But look, it doesn't foam. It's just... It reminds me of the Milky Jelly cleanser from what is that, Glossier, but I feel like this is gentler on the skin. It doesn't contain as many ingredients that's gonna potentially might clog your pores. And then to make sure all the makeup, dirt, all that kind of stuff is off, I'm gonna go back in with the micellar water. So now let's move on to mask. I used to mask like at least once a day, whether it's a sheet mask or some type of purifying mask, charcoal mask, brightening mask, yada yada. I was doing too much, okay? So now I've gotten it down to maybe 2 to 3 times a week, just in doing it based on what my skin is giving. At the very minimum 2 times a week, I'll just do like a hydrating mask because you guys know I love a nice glow from within skin. I'm not gonna use this mask today, but I really wanna talk about this this ultra calming rescue mask from Rin Skincare. And when I tell you girls, this is everything. Like, I'm gonna go get a big version of this because it honestly saved my life on those days, those nights when my skin was very red and irritated. I would apply this and it would just completely just calm my skin. It's really calming and it penetrates that skin and really gets that redness and that irritation together. Hands down, 100% recommend. This is that girl. She's everything. So for today, I'm actually going to be using the Birth of Venus Jelly Face Mask from Lush. This is a nice hydrating mask. So before you mask, you want to make sure that you rebalance the skin's pH. So I'm going to spray the hydrating toner by Murad. Everything. And it's so convenient because it's in a spray bottle. I don't have to use any more cotton rounds. Everything. And while the skin is still damp, you want to go in with the mask because it's really going to help the products penetrate the skin when your skin is still just a smidge damp. Alright, so I'm going to leave this on for about 10 minutes and then I'll be back. Alright, so after I wash the mask off, I go right back in with my toner to rebalance the pH once again. Let that dry a little bit and then I go straight into hyaluronic acid. So this is not a typical acid like a AHA or BHA. It's like glycolic or salicylic acid. This is more so an acid that's going to give you hydration and allow any other products that you use to like penetrate better. And I like to use this as a buffer or create like a barrier between my skin and the treatment that I'm going to be using, because it can be very drying. And to minimize the drying, you can apply, you know, something hydrating first. In the beginning, when you're dealing with breakouts, you're trying to address concerns, or you're introducing a new treatment, like something prescription strength, you want to keep your routine very, very minimal. Cleanser, toner, treatment, moisturizer if you need it, and that's it. It's definitely sunscreen during the day, but most of the time you want to use treatments at night, because when you're asleep, that's when your body and all that cellular turnover, and they get to working and they get to milli rocking, and that's how you get nice, beautiful skin in the morning. Okay, so when you're sleeping, your body is doing a lot of things, so that's the perfect time to use treatments. Okay, so I like the hyaluronic acid because it makes your skin a little tacky. I like that. So before we get into the star of the show, I really want to just address really quickly things that I did to kind of minimize my acne, my breakouts, and the irritation. First things first, I've talked about this before, just keep my routine very simple and gentle. And so the second thing that I did was eliminate any harsh ingredients. So I wasn't using any scrubs, I wasn't using any acids, so no salicylic acid, you know, which is used for acne sometimes. But I suffered from cystic acne, like acne that's really deep underneath the skin that would take forever to heal. If it came to a head, it would take forever to come to a head. Very painful, very red, very irritated. So salicylic acid isn't going to do nothing to treat it. If anything, it's just going to make it worse. And then using lactic acid, all these pills and stuff like that, is just going to irritate your skin more and just going to make it want to produce more oil. Then more bacteria is going to come because of the oil, and then the process is just going to keep going on. Okay, so no acids, no harsh ingredients, very simple, clean routine. The next thing I did, of course, I talk about sunscreen all the time. I wore sunscreen every single day. And especially if you're introducing treatments that are prescription, you know, they're gonna make your skin a lot more sensitive. So make sure you're not only using sunscreen, but also applying it throughout the day. And speaking of applying it throughout the day, I actually had like a spray sunscreen. I will leave it in the description box. All the products mentioned in this video will be linked down below in the description box for your convenience. But it was a spray, like a refresher kind of spray that had SPF 50 or so in it. And then I would use that to spray and refresh my makeup throughout the day. So I was covered, I'm always covered completely when it comes to sunscreen. Another huge thing that was kind of like a lifestyle change for, well, a little mini lifestyle change for me, was to completely eliminate dairy. Yeah. I eliminated dairy, I want to say completely in August. So no milk, no, you know, dairy. I still use butter here and there, and I noticed a slight change, but nothing too crazy. I did notice that when I would break out, it wouldn't be as huge and as painful, but I still was breaking out, and so eliminating dairy was only like half the battle. I also started incorporating more probiotics into my diet, started drinking more kombucha, because that's gut health. That's gonna help, you know, the healthy bacteria, and acne is bacteria. What else did I do? As far as water, people talk about, oh, I drink water. You know, water is going to keep you hydrated. It's going to keep all those toxins that might be in your body, and any infections or any bacteria. It's going to flush those out. For me, I drink half my weight in water. I'm about 130, so I drink about 65 or so ounces a day. But I wouldn't say my water intake played any role in it, because I've always drunk only water and always drunk a lot of water. So, and I still broke out. So for the girls that say, oh, drink water, you know, bye, because that ain't it, okay? The thing with cystic acne is you never know what's causing it, and it could be hormones, it could be your diet, it could be a combination of all these things. Stress. I was, you know, this year work-wise has been here for me, like, y'all can't see, but that's how it's been popping. Like, I've had so many crazy opportunities, things I could only imagine happening for me, but at the same time, like, my face is breaking out, so I'm on camera and I'm like so self-conscious, like, are people, like, instead of focusing on what I came to do, I'm focusing on my skin. And then because I was living a very active lifestyle and just always on the go, I wasn't eating right. Definitely wasn't eating healthy. When I was eating, it was always late at night, or, you know, rushing, and so because due to the stress, my diet, all of that, it started to show on my skin. Speaking of diet, sugar. I know that's a trigger for me. When your breakouts start to minimize, you start to notice it's more clear when something pops up. It's easy to pinpoint what the cause was, and for me it's sugar. My sugar intake is just ridiculous. Sugar, and then carbs turn into sugar, so you definitely want to keep that in mind. So yeah, that's pretty much outside of this product. Those are pretty much the steps that I took to kind of treat my acne. But it wasn't until this right here that she got all the way together. So this is my acne treatment from Curology. A dream, okay? All right, so if you haven't heard of Curology, like, you seriously go ask about her, because she's that girl, okay? Truly saved my skin. I actually reached out to them because I started using it and I noticed the difference. I was like, yo, I gotta work with them. I gotta share. I gotta put my audience on. So I reached out to them and they were happy to collab with me on this video. But Curology is a personalized skincare service. You get a custom formula designed specifically for you that's going to address all your skin concerns. So you are paired with a licensed dermatology provider. So here's how it works. First things first, you're going to upload a few pictures of your face online, answer a few basic questions about your skincare, your concerns, your goals, etc. And then you're paired with a real life human who has a license, okay? And they work with you to create a custom formula for you. And what I really, really appreciate about Curology is, you know, because it's custom, it can be tweaked to your liking. So say for instance, you know, your acne clears up and you want to switch your formula. Boom, work with the provider, you can switch up that formula. Or if you get your formula and it's not really working, or you know, you're dealing with a lot of irritation and you know, you're not getting the progress that you need, they can tweak that, send you a new bottle, and you're good. And my particular bottle not only helps with acne, but it also helps with hyperpigmentation as well. So bang, 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 2 bangs for your buck, okay? All right, so what I do at night is when I use it, I take about 1 full pump, and then I just apply it on my infected areas where I typically get breakouts, which is along my jawline, cheeks, and chin, and then also around here as well. What worked for me in the beginning was to apply the treatment maybe 2 times a week, and then just to build up my tolerance. So now I use it every night. And that's it. It absorbs great into your skin. Loving it. So I previously was on prescription acne treatment. I was on Onextin and it was an Epiduo, but the prescription was so expensive, like $500. But this time around, instead of doing a quick fix, I really wanted to find something that was accessible, something that you guys can get access to and that was affordable. Your custom bottle is delivered directly to your door every single month. You don't have to deal with prescriptions. You don't have to deal with going to a pharmacy, calling and finding out that the price went up. Oh my God. You ain't got to deal with none of that stress, added stress on top of your face breaking out. So that was really important for me to find something that was affordable and accessible to everyone. And this bottle, I believe it's $40 every 3 months, but I will double check that and I will put it on the screen if I'm incorrect. So if you guys are interested in checking out Curology, I highly suggest that you do, especially if you're been struggling with cystic, hormonal, just really painful acne and you've tried everything. Have you tried Curology though, okay? I will leave a link in the description box where you can sign up to get your first month and first bottle free. All you have to pay for is shipping and handling, which is $4.95, just a small fee to have flawless skin. And my biggest tip is just be patient, okay? Be patient. They say give it a 4 to 6 week window. I was like 2 seconds from backing out and being like, I can't do this no more because my skin wasn't clearing. But then one day I was just like, it went from 5 breakouts to 3 to 2 to 1. I was just like, oh, look at my skin. I can actually see my skin. But yeah, the biggest thing for me was to be patient and also to document, like take pictures so you can actually see the transformation that your skin is making and make adjustments if need be, because you can communicate with the provider one-on-one, provide picture evidence, just in case you may need to switch up your formula. And what I also like about Curology is their money back guarantee. Like, you have 90 days. If you're not satisfied, you can get your coins back. It's just, you know, you're done, and you can cancel at any time, so there's no commitment to stay with it. So once you start advancing in your skincare, your skin starts to clear up and you feel a little good, you want to make sure that you're incorporating new products one at a time so you can pinpoint where the irritation or where the breakouts or the reaction is occurring. But this is my nighttime routine. It's been my nighttime routine for the last couple of months, and I'm satisfied with it. So moving on, after I apply the treatment, I allow that to sit in my skin for at least 10 minutes because I really want it to penetrate, work its magic, absorb, and do what it's supposed to do, okay? All right, so then I take this Intense Shining Watery Cream, which is like a water cream gel kind of thing. Take a bit of that in my hand. So face oils is like one of my favorite things to do, especially during the colder months. I'm gonna take the Elmis Rose Facial Oil and I'm just gonna apply 2 drops of that into the cream. Break that in and then put it on my face. Oh, this feels so good. So what this is gonna do is gonna give you nice hydration and moisture. You're gonna wake up with nice supple skin. So good, it smells amazing. And last but not least, I'm gonna take the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. That's my lips. Alright guys, so that concludes my Get Unready With Me video. I hope you guys found it helpful. Like, that's always the goal for me, to make sure I'm providing you guys with helpful, engaging, educational content that you can actually take something out of. So I really hope I accomplished that during this video. Once again, shout out to Curology for making all of this happen. And don't forget to check out the description box to get your 1 month free. And I'll see you guys in my next video. So until next time, peace and dopeness.